What's going on, guys? My name is Lincoln and this is my review of the Ilm Z501 helmet. Just so we are clear, I'm going to be completely transparent with you on this. I am an affiliate for Ilm, the maker of this helmet. They sent me this helmet as a courtesy so that I could make a review video for you guys on it. However, I am not paid by Ilm. This video is not paid. This is not a paid advertisement. So other than providing me with the helmet, I am not being financially compensated in any way to make this. This is not a sales pitch. There are no smoke and mirrors. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys on my thoughts on this helmet. However, if at the end of the video you are interested in this helmet, I will leave the link to it in the description. Use my coupon code LincolnI, get 10% off. So let's get on into the review. So as I said, this is the Ilm Z501 helmet. I believe it's a pretty new helmet from Ilm. They just put it up on their website. And it comes in at the $130, $140 mark. But first off, I want to address just the way this helmet looks. Because when I saw this helmet, I obviously pulled it up on their site and they had a bunch of graphic designs and stuff, and right there I thought, oh wow, that's a pretty cool looking helmet. And then I came across this color scheme, just the gloss gray with this tinted face shield. I thought this thing looks absolutely sick. And I really wanted to go with this color scheme because I'm a big Mopar guy. I love Dodge products, and one of the colors that they have is called Destroyer Gray. And it's easily one of my favorite colors from Dodge. So I saw this color scheme and I'm like, I gotta get that one. But as I do in all of my review videos, I attack 3 different topics. I talk about comfortability, overall how comfortable is the gear to wear. Rideability, is there anything about the gear that makes it difficult to ride, impedes your ability to ride, or is there anything that makes it actually easier to ride? And lastly, durability. How well do I feel like the product is made, and how well do I feel like it would protect me in the event of an accident? So first, I'm going to talk about comfortability. How comfortable is this helmet to wear? Surprisingly, this is actually easily the most comfortable helmet that I own. And I am not exaggerating at all when I say that. Throughout the years of me riding, I have owned, and actually still own, 5 helmets. I have an Icon Armada, I have a Scorpion XOR320, I have a Scorpion XOR420, a HJC something or other. I'm not really sure what exactly the model is, but I'm pretty sure it's an HJC, sorry. And then this, the Ilm. Out of all of those, this is the most comfortable helmet that I own, hands down. The pads on it are just so incredibly soft, and that's the thing that I noticed when I first put it on, was the material that the pads are made out of. It's super soft on the skin. It's not itchy, it's not scratchy, it doesn't rub on my face and cause any discomfort. And then overall, just how soft they are, squishy wise, they are really, really soft, and they conform to your head super well. So there's no pressure points, there's no squeezing. Obviously, you want a helmet to fit firm, but it doesn't squeeze. And I noticed that my Icon Armada does that. It really squeezes around the top, the crown of my head, because the pads on it are just super firm. So I was actually pleasantly surprised when I put this helmet on, how soft the pads were and how comfortable they were. And then the other thing that I really like about the helmet is it flows a ton of air. This thing breathes so well. As you're riding, you can just feel the wind go across your head. So however they have the air channels designed on this thing, they're absolutely incredible. This helmet flows so much air. It's really nice to wear on some these hot Nebraska days where we get upwards of 90 to 100 degrees with 100% humidity. Now, although, as I get tangled in my microphone wire, one gripe that I do have about this helmet, and I'm going to lump this into the comfortability category, is the buckle style system that they have on this helmet. I personally, personal preference, I really like the double D-ring style helmet buckles, where basically you got those two rings that you have to like thread the strap through and then you loop it over the top of the other one. I personally really like those, simply because it's really easy to get the helmet as snug as you want it each individual time. Now this helmet, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like a ratcheting style buckle. So basically it's kind of like a backpack strap where you got that little thing that you can like snug up, you like pull on the strap and it'll like snug it, kind of like on a backpack. It's got that with a metal buckle that you actually like plug in, kind of like a seat belt. I know some helmets have that, and I personally, I do not like that. Reason being that I find it really hard to get the tension on the strap however tight you want it. So with this, you know, normally you would think it's just like a backpack where you pull on the strap and it'll snug it up. No, this helmet doesn't do that. So you have to basically tension it to however tight you think you need it, put the helmet on and buckle it. Okay, well it's still too loose. So now you gotta take the helmet back off, adjust it again, put the helmet back on and buckle it. Okay, well now it's too tight, so now you gotta take the helmet back off. So I was fighting it for probably 10 minutes just trying to get the damn helmet tightened how much I wanted it, and I still feel like it's not quite how I want it. Other gripe I have about it is the fact that there's nowhere to put the excess strap. It's not like the double D-rings where you got the little like red button thing where you can just like attach the end of it. It doesn't have that, so this helmet, the strap just kind of sits here and flaps in the wind and smacks you on the neck. So really, I would say that's my only gripe about the comfortability of this helmet, but overall, I would give comfortability a 9 out of 10. Next up is rideability. Is there anything about the helmet that I think makes it difficult to ride? Or is there anything that I feel like makes it really easy to ride? One thing that I really got to credit this helmet is that the face shield is actually pretty big. Like, your visibility out of this thing is insane. None of my other helmets have the range of visibility that this thing does. Like right now, sitting looking at the road, I can just look down with my eyes and I can very clearly see my gauge cluster. Where normally on my other helmets, I would have to look down to see what speed I'm going, because I feel like the windscreen or the face shield's kind of narrow. But this thing, the range of view out of this thing is absolutely incredible. Other nice thing about the face shield is that it's actually got the little sunglass thing. So it's really nice. Like if you're going to be riding at night, like maybe it's daytime now, but you know you're going to be riding at night, you can just put the clear face shield on it, flip down the sunglasses, and you can ride during the day. And then when it's nighttime, you can just fold them back up and you got a clear face shield. So that's really nice. But I actually have to give a nitpick about the face shield because it fogs really, really easy. So, you know, some mornings, you know, we're kind of getting about into fall time here. You know, we're kind of starting out the autumn season. And so sometimes when I'll be riding to work, it'll be like high 50, low 60 degrees. So, oh God, that bump sucked. So it's kind of chillier out. So when you're sitting at a stoplight, you're just breathing normally. The face shield fogs up pretty easy. And I know some people could say, oh, we'll just put the face shield up. But you know, if you're facing east and the sun is rising from the east, you got the sun right in your eyes. So obviously you're not going to want to put your face shield up. So you just kind of got to sit there and let it fog a little bit. However, once you start riding, since this thing flows a ton of air, the fog does clear up really, really quickly. But one way that I think you probably actually could eliminate that fogging is because this is a pin lock compatible face shield. Now, for the longest time, I actually didn't know what a pin lock was, but apparently, from what I understand, a pin lock is this little extra piece of like polyurethane or plexiglass, whatever you want to call it, that actually will lock onto like the pin right here and right here, that forms like a thermal barrier between that and your face shield. So it'll actually eliminate fogging. I actually didn't know that until I did some research. But so for overall, I'm going to give rideability 8 out of 10 because only gripe I really have is the fact that the face shield fogs up, which can kind of be a little bit of a safety hazard at red lights. But overall, I love the visibility out of the face shield, and I love that it's got that drop-down sun visor in it. So now for durability, how well do I feel like this helmet is built, and how well do I feel like it will protect me in an accident? So I was actually very, very pleasantly surprised at how well this helmet was built, because when I was like first approached by a representative for ILM about becoming an ambassador or affiliate for them, I was kind of reading up some reviews on ILM, and I saw that the reviews were pretty kind of hit and miss. You know, you kind of got to wonder, you know, a lot of their products are kind of cheap for price point. And so I was reading up reviews and watching videos of people that would, you know, get the helmets, they'd put a watermelon in it and drop it off of a building, and the watermelon would break, which then come to find out that it's not an accurate way of representing how well a helmet will protect you. So yeah, obviously at first, you know, I was a little unsure about how good a quality just ILM products were going to be in general. However, I have actually been very pleasantly surprised with their product quality. You know, I got a pair of ILM gloves here that I've been wearing for, oh, probably a good 6 months now, and they hold up very fantastically. A couple of my other friends have ILM products also, and I know they definitely like them. But so I kind of went into this, you know, not really expecting the highest quality, you know. Obviously, you know, as I said, this helmet comes in at the $130 mark, $139. So I'm not expecting AGV or showy quality out of this helmet. But when I pulled it out of the box, you know, I was like squeezing it and like messing with stuff, and it felt very, very well made. Everything felt very well built. Like nothing felt cheap, nothing felt like it was gonna fall apart or just break on me willy-nilly, you know. So I was really surprised by the build quality of this helmet. But the one thing that kind of worried me a little bit was the fact that when I was putting on the tinted face shield, I noticed on the side of it, it says not warranted shatterproof, which kind of concerned me at first, because it's like, you know, you would think the piece of plastic that's covering your face is going to be getting hit by bugs, by rocks. You know, you go down face first on the concrete, you're going to want something that's going to be shatterproof. Because for all I know, I could be following some sort of a gravel truck and have all sorts of rocks and stuff hit me in the face, and last thing I would want is one of them to be going through my face shield and hitting me in the face. But after doing a little bit of research, I actually found out most face shields are not warranted shatterproof. I looked at every face shield on all of my other helmets, and they all say not warranted shatterproof. So my Icon Armada, my Scorpion XOR320, the HGAC, and my Scorpion XO420, which is a Snell rated helmet, which is puncture tested, says not warranted shatterproof. And so I did a little bit of research, and yeah, I found that even on higher end helmets like AGVs and Shoeis, a lot of them are not warranted shatterproof, which just kind of honestly concerns me about a lot of helmets in general. The helmet also is DOT certified, so obviously it has had to pass, you know, all the testing in order to be a DOT certified helmet. I'm sure they do test it with the face shield on it. They do a forward impact test. So obviously, you know, the face shield does have to withstand a certain amount of impact. I think the reason that they just say not warranted shatterproof is because it's obviously kind of difficult to make clear plastic that is completely shatterproof without it being like bulletproof glass, you know? Like even safety glasses that are like the Z87 ANSI approved, they do at some point shatter. It's just that those safety glasses are able to withstand a certain amount of force without shattering. So, you know, after doing a little bit more research, I kind of understand where they're coming from when every helmet manufacturer in existence lists that their face shields are not warranted shatterproof. But although I accidentally put this thing kind of through a test of durability on the face shield, because I was walking into work and I was carrying my helmet, and next to our walk-in door there's like the L of like bricks, kind of like where there's like the very corner of some bricks, and I accidentally smacked the face shield on it at pretty hard. I hit it pretty hard, and I looked at it and it looked like it was scratched, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, I just I just scratched the really nice reflective tint on it, and I was able to just wipe it off with my thumb. So clearly this thing can take a hit right on the very corner of a brick and not even scratch. So, I mean, it's got to say something for the build quality of just the face shield, much less the actual helmet. So I definitely feel like this helmet would protect me quite well. But, you know, you got to understand, though, this is a, you know, $130, $140 helmet. So, I mean, it's not going to be quite as robust as, you know, a $1,000 carbon fiber AGV, you know. However, I do feel like if I were to go down, I have good faith in this helmet. It seems very well built, and I feel like it would definitely protect me. So I would actually give the durability probably a 7 out of 10, just because I'm taking into consideration the fact that it's not a high-end, super expensive, Snell-rated helmet. But guys, overall, I really love this helmet. I really like this helmet. I think it's a fantastic helmet. I've been riding with it every single day for like probably the last month. I've actually had this helmet for a while because I wanted to do a good amount of riding with it, just to really get a grasp on what the helmet's like to ride in. So if you're interested in it, like I said, I'll leave the link to ILM down below. Coupon code Link and I gets you 10% off of everything. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more gear reviews in the future. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.